Hello, fellow and future weirdos of the flock. Before we even get started, did you take your medicine? All right, come on in. Leave your shoes on. Stop right here and get some Keep Other People Alive juice. And then come in and have a seat. Anywhere is fine. You can even sit on the bag of cat food. Just sit on it. Or in this basket of socks. You can also sit in the basket of socks. And then pack a bowl and grab a cigarette. Get your coffee ready. We should get a refill though, shouldn't we? And where we left off yesterday, it was more rules for. No, yes. It was rules, and then it was sanctifying of the altar in the church. And they were going by days because there's 12 families, and you can't sacrifice all 12 of you on one day because people can't eat that shit, and you have to eat it all in one day. So they even sacrificed on a Sabbath to dedicate this uh, church. So even on the seventh day, there was a sacrifice. So I'm not sure if that counts as work or not, but it kind of seems like God's breaking his own rule. Hey, hey, big guy, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying this. It was the Sabbath though. They can sacrifice on the Sabbath. They can sacrifice on the Sabbath. I had no idea because I thought it was not okay. Okay, listen, it's not me for the God logic, Nikki. It's God logic. You don't understand God logic because it's God logic. You're not God. I am not God, and it is God logic. So then shut up, you fucking retard. I'm shutting up. I don't know what the fuck is happening. So, um, so we are picking up after the dedication of the ceremony, where we are going to the second part. Hopefully, the second part is the fucking battle because we're supposed to be getting into a battle and it just keeps fucking yanking my nuts in another direction because it's not a fucking battle. And it's like, I'm pretty sure there was a battle. I was like, nah, asshole, there's no battle. It's like, I'm pretty sure there was. But apparently, it's going to take a hot second. So stick around with me because I swear in everything I've hated ever in my whole life that there is supposed to be a battle in this book. I have no fucking idea when we're going to get there, but we're going to get there. So let's go pee, finish making our coffee, finish packing a bowl, and rolling a cigarette. Wait, we'll be going on to chapter 8. All right, are we all prepared, ready to go? All right, let's get pre- let's get prepared and ready to go. So, I am your conductor on this train of insane. I am, what did the guy call me? Nutty Nicky the Great. And I fucking love that name. I want to be that. I'm going to be that. Nutty Nicky the Great. Yay! So, now we are going on to chapter 8. Now that I know my name. I'm just kidding. Now that you know my name, we're ready to go. And we're on chapter 8. I hope you heard all that because I'm not saying it again. Okay. Chapter 8. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Tell Aaron, tell him, when you light the lamps, the 7 lamps, the fucking lamp sticks, the ones that are so important, like they had to be specific. They had to be this way and that way, and then there was a little one, and then it was like a whole thing. So make sure these candlesticks, they're done perfect because they are to stave it off. We still don't know what it is other than a Faith No More song. So, these candlesticks, Aaron, they got to be. Do you understand? Okay, they got to be. So, when you light the lamps, all the 7 lamps, they shall give light over against the candlestick. The fuck does that mean? Hold on. When you light the lamps, the 7 lamps, the perfect lamps, the 7 lamps shall give light over against the candlestick. I don't exactly know what that is, but I thought you lighted the candlesticks against it. I guess it is a candlestick. What is happening? And Aaron did so. He lighted the lamps. Hold on. He lighted the lamps thereof over against the candlesticks the candlestick as the Lord commanded Moses. I don't know exactly what that means. Well, actually, I don't know what that means at all. I have no idea what the fuck is happening. And this work of the candlestick was beaten of gold unto the shaft, unto the flowers was beaten work according to the pattern which the Lord had showed. Uh, so he made the candlestick. This candlestick, I'm telling you, this gives me more PTSD than Jesus and the fig tree. No, I'm just kidding. Jesus and that fig tree, forget about it. Listen. Did you hear what he did to that fig tree? Listen. It's the meanest thing Jesus has ever done, and it's super fucked up because he was super hangry. And I can't believe they actually wrote that down. And then the next thing he says is take a lesson from the fig tree. And it has nothing to do with when Jesus killed the fig tree. It's like, that gives me, I feel some kind of way about that. Because we never learned what the lesson was that Jesus killed this fig tree for no reason. But anyway, he's doing this candlestick. And this has got to be so fucking perfect. This candlestick, okay? Okay, so he made the candlestick, and the Lord spoke to Moses again, saying, Take the Levites from among the vampires and cleanse them. Give these motherfuckers a bath, they smell bad. And you shall do unto them to cleanse them. Sprinkle water of purifying on them. Let them shave all their flesh. Let them wash their clothes. And also take a fucking bath. It doesn't say also take a bath. But now, why are they shaving all their heads off? Okay, not only, look, not only are they in a bonnet, a pair of boxers, a diaper, they're clothesless, they got a cloak on, and now they got to shave all their heads. Listen, God, why are you making these guys like preverts, giant babies? Listen, this is a fetish in some places. like where you dress like a giant baby. And there's women that go along with this. Listen, that is nothing like this, but they look like giant infants. Okay. And then let them take a young bullock with his meat offering, which is not meat, by the way. It's flour, frankincense, and oil. Their meat offering is a fucking cake. Okay? Uh, Another young bullock, and ye shall take for a sin offering. And ye shall bring the Levites before the tabernacle of the congregation, the church. And you shall gather the whole assembly of the vampires together. So you can embarrass the shit out of these priests. Listen, the Levites are Moses and Aaron's uh tribe, okay? So these are Moses and Aaron's people. And this is what God is doing to them. Listen. Oh my God. Listen. I can't handle it. If God did this to my family, I would be so mad. Okay. And you shall bring the Levites before the Lord. Uh, Hold on. Bring the Levites before the Lord. And the vampires shall put their hands upon the Levites. Listen. Listen, the last time this said this, they got to put their hands on people. They beat the fuck out of them and stoned them to death. And not even the good kind of stoned. Like, they put their hands on the him and killed him. So now, why are they putting their hands upon the Levites? Oh my God. Okay, listen. And Aaron shall offer the Levites for before the Lord for an offering of the vampires, that they may execute the service of the Lord. All right, beat the fuck out of them until they become priestly. Listen, I don't know what's happening. And the Levites shall say, or shall lay their hands. Hold on. They lay their hands upon the heads of the bullocks, and you shall offer one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering, and unto the Lord make an atonement for the Levites. And you shall set the Levites before Aaron, before his sons that are just like perverts, and offer them for an offering before the Lord, unto the Lord. Okay, so you're not sacrificing the Levites per se, you're sacrificing their sacrifice. Okay, thus shall you separate the Levites from among the children of Israel, and the Levites shall be mine. Yeah, but listen. I thought you just said the what's its face will be yours, the firstborn, and then the money. And I guess now it's the Levites that jump line. And after that shall the Levites go in to do the service of the tabernacle. Okay. The service of the church. And you shall cleanse them and offer them for an offering. They are wholly given unto me from among the vampires, instead of such as open every womb, instead of the firstborn. All the vampires have I taken them unto me. For all the firstborn of the vampires are mine, both man and beast. On that day I smote every firstborn in the land of Egypt. I sanctified them for myself. Okay, so wasn't that like April 15th or something, April 10th, April 1st, something. It was in April. And I have taken the Levites for all the firstborn of the vampires, and I have given the Levites as a gift to Aaron and to his sons from among the vampires to do the service of the vampires in the church and to make an atonement for the vampires, that there be no plague among the vampires. When the vampires come nigh unto the sanctuary, Moses and Aaron and all the vampires did to the Levites according unto all the Lord had commanded Moses. So the vampires did, and the Levites were purified, and they washed their clothes and took a fucking bath, and Aaron offered them as an offering before the Lord. And Aaron made an atonement for them to cleanse them. And after that, the Levites went to do their service in the church before Aaron and his son, as the Lord commanded Moses concerning the Levites. So he did unto them. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, This is that belongs unto the Levites from 25 years old and upward, shall go in to wait upon the service of the church. Oh, why am I so tired this gay? Okay. And from the age of 50, they shall cease waiting upon the service thereof, and shall serve no more, but shall minister with their brothers in the church, to keep the charge and do more service. Thus you shall do to the Levites, touching their charge. Okay, so when you're like over 50, you get to tell these guys, hey, you're doing that wrong. You got to do a better job. So, how much do you want to bet? This is where the old people begin to be fucked up. So, we're going to pause right here. We're going to get a refill, repack the bowl, smoke a cigarette, check my cats, and water the plants. We will be right. Hold on. We'll be right back. All right. Chapter 9. Okay. We're going to chapter 9. And the Lord spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the first month of the second year. Listen, all of this happened in April of the year 02. Okay, in the first month after they came out of the land of Egypt. Okay, so this is they came out of Egypt in the first year. So this is second year. Okay, so it's only been a year. So God did talk to Moses every day. And really, I don't even think it was God talking to Moses. I think remember the people come to Moses for judgment, and then Moses handed out judge positions to other people. So because remember, Jesus said the patriarchy made some of the stuff that these priests think they should do. So, what I'm thinking is Moses used this God talk to me thing as a way to establish rules because all the priests were probably given different directives. So then Moses like, this is what we do, this is what God said. Kind of what I think, like they all conferred with each other and decided what the rules would be. I don't think God said a lot of this to Moses. I think really God told him the parties, God told him the rules for the parties. That's kind of what I think. And Dustin kind of said the same thing, but he did it. Oh, religion is just to control people. People are used to, people use religion to control people. Duh, they use everything to control people, like the hokey pokey and the koofy koof. They want to control people. Duh, everybody knows that. But then everybody's like, God spoke to Moses. I don't think God gives a fuck about any of this. Not even a little bit. I don't fucking think so. I think a lot of the shit was made up by their patriarchy. But if you think about it, it's a giant senate, you know, like a senate, and they argued with each other, and these are the rules they came up with. Or each of them had an idea, and then Moses was like, this is what God said. I don't know. That's kind of what I think. But then I want to know, with Moses being the kind of personality he is, of, you know, like, think about it. They have princes and leaders of their own tribes. But then, like, Moses is president. So they go with whatever Moses says. And remember, they didn't even like Moses in the beginning. They was like, fuck this guy. But now he's their president. And they all come to him. It's kind of like Jethro. Jethro was like, what the fuck are you doing? So then Moses handed out judge jobs. And then all of them confer. I think I already just said that. But I just have a real issue. These are not God. Why would God give a fuck? I mean, think about it. He goes around not paying attention. And now that he's paying attention, and think about God's personality, he gives no shit about anything. Like, and he forgets to pay attention a lot, but something is happening, right? So then God's like, I gotta set up camp. So then, like, he sets up camp. Because remember, the name of the game is Kill the People, Kill the God. Just like before, only it got way out of hand. Way out of hand. So then, Ancient God destroyed the whole fucking thing. And then threw a fireball at God and exploded his arm. And now we all live in God's left arm. That's why everything is so fucked up. Because the left side is the bad side. Yeah. You think they would, I don't know. Like maybe his right arm instead of his left arm should have got blown up. I'm not saying he should have been hurt at all. I'm just saying, of all the arms you could have had knocked off, why the left one? I get it. You were turning that direction and bam, fireball. I get it. I get it. I think. Okay. Okay. So, okay. So the Lord spoke to Moses and Sinai when they came out of the land of Egypt, saying, the vampires also keep the Passover at his appointed season. I said something about this. Why would you want to remember you killed all the babies? Like, I killed all the babies party time. What is that? Okay. On the 14th day of April, remember it's April 14th, at evening, you shall keep in this appointed season according to all the rites of it and according to all the ceremonies shall you keep it. Listen, listen. This year it was April 17th, but in Das Bible it says April 14th. See, you motherfucking Jews are something else. Why are you changing the day of God's party? Are you kidding me? How do you change the day of God's party? What if he's up there celebrating on the 14th and you motherfuckers wait till the 17th? What the hell makes you think God's gonna come to your party anyway? It's not on the day he said, so he's partying by himself. Look, look, I'm partying on April 14th because God needs to come to people's party. Why the fuck are you changing the day? I don't want to hear it. It's on the 14th, not the 17th. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Okay. At evening you shall keep, according to all the rites of it, and according to all the ceremonies, you shall keep it. Yeah, but they don't keep it, they change the day. They change the day, motherfuckers. And Moses spoke to the vampires that they should keep the Passover. Yeah, but they don't. They change the fucking day. And they keep the Passover on the 14th of April. Why the fuck did you change the day? Okay. Can't trust these fucking people, man. See, this is the problem. See, I'm not going to be able to move on, Nikki. I'm moving on. You're not moving on. I'm moving on. Why did they change the day? Keep reading, asshole. I'm gonna keep reading. You're not keeping reading. I'm keeping reading. I'm gonna read. Why the fuck did they shut up, Nikki? Okay. And they kept the Passover on the 14th day of the first month. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. What the fuck? I can't do it. I can't do it. These people are motherfucking lie. Well, it could be because they're not real Jews, they're Babylonians. So maybe that's why they changed the day, because they're not real Jews. What do you think? I don't. They're not Jews. And even in the wilderness of Sinai, according to all the Lord had commanded Moses, the vampires did. No, they didn't. They changed they changed the date. And there were certain men who were defiled by the dead body of a man, and they could not keep the Passover on that day. And they came before Moses and before Aaron on that day. Is that why they changed the day? because they can't say fucking clean. Well, I can bet they don't say fucking clean because they're nothing but liars. Now I can see why they changed the date. That's probably not why, but it should be. And those men said to him, "We are defiled by the dead body of a man. Therefore, we are kept back, that we may not offer an offering in this appointed season among the vampires." And Moses said, "Stand still. I will hear what the Lord commanded concerning you." Okay? Are you huddling with us, Uden? And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, okay, tell the vampires, if any man of you or your posterity shall be unclean by reason of a dead body, or be in a journey afar off, yet he shall keep the Passover. The 14th day of the second month at evening they shall keep it, and eat it with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. Also, cilantro, that just tastes like soap. They're like, have soapy meat. And they shall leave none of it unto the morning, nor break any bone of it. According to all the ordinance of the Passover, they shall keep it. Save the bones for the dogs. But a man that is clean and is not in a journey and forbearance to keep the Passover, even the same soul. But if a man that is clean and is not in a journey and forbear it to keep the Passover, even the same soul shall be cut off from among his people, because he brought not the offering of the Lord. The man shall bear his sin. Now, what? What the fuck does forbeareth mean? Bleh. Does that mean doesn't do it? He doesn't keep the Passover? Is it because he changed the date? Is it because he made it the 17th and not the 14th? I could see that's why he didn't. He didn't do it on the 14th. He did it on the 17th. See, do Christians not read this? Do they not realize that they've been lied to by the Jews forever? Because if they read the Bible, they would know Passover is not the 17th, it's the 14th. And celebrating on the 17th is fucking retarded. But okay. And if a stranger shall sojourn among you, and will keep the Passover according to the ordinance of the Passover, and according to the manner, so he shall do. He shall have one ordinance, both for the stranger and for the him that was born in the land. Okay, so equal justice under the law. Yeah, Democrats need to learn that. And on the day that the tabernacle, or that the church was reared up and the cloud covered the tabernacle, cloud covered the church, namely the tent of the testimony. And at evening there was upon the church the appearance of fire until the morning. So it was always the cloud covered it by the day and fire by night. See, God is helping you people. Why do you shit on him and change his days? See, I think that's stupid. Because they changed Easter too. And Jesus died the last day of Passover. Do people not read this fucking book? Look, I can't. And when the cloud was taken up from the church, even after that, the vampires journeyed in the place where the cloud abode. And there the vampires pitched their tents. At the commandment of the Lord, the vampires journeyed, and at the commandment of the Lord, they pitched. As long as the cloud abode upon the tabernacle, they rested in their tents. So when God was chilling, they was chilling. And when the cloud tarried long upon the church many days, then the vampires kept the charge of the Lord and didn't journey. And so it was when the cloud was a few days upon the church. They abode in their tents. This is a repeat. We already know this. And at the commandment of the Lord they journeyed. And so it was when the cloud abode from evening to the morning, and the cloud that was taken up in the morning, they journeyed. Whether it was by day or night that the cloud was taken up, they journeyed. Or whether it were 2 days or a month, a year, that the cloud tarried upon the tabernacle, remaining thereon. So God was waiting for a pause in his video game. Got it. The children of Israel abode in their tents and didn't journey. But when the cloud was taken up, they journeyed. Why are they repeating this? We just read that. Literally just read that. Look. According to the tabernacle, and when the cloud tarried long upon the tabernacle, the children of Israel the vampires did not journey, whether it were 2 days, a month, or a year, that the cloud tarried, remaining on it. The vampires abode in their tents and journeyed not. But when it was taken up, they journeyed. Why do they need to say that again? Listen. At the commandment of the Lord, they rested in the tents. And at the commandment of the Lord, they journeyed and kept the charge of the Lord at the commandment of the Lord by the hand of Moses. Why did they repeat that 5 paragraphs in a row? They didn't need to repeat that. Are they getting paid by the word? They're like, you know what? Nobody's going to read this book, so we're going to write the same thing. We're going to write the same thing, but we're going to use word magic. It's not going to sound the same, but it's going to be the same. That's what we're going to do. Anyway, why did they change the day? Why? Why is Passover on the 17th and not the 14th? I'm partying with God on April 14th. I'm going to learn to play video games. And I'm going to play video games with God on the 14th. And I'm going to celebrate dead babies. Because, yeah, what the fuck? Only God would need a party to remember that he smashed some babies' faces. It's completely fucking insane. Like, completely insane. But I don't think he wanted them to necessarily celebrate dead babies. I think he wanted them to celebrate the good thing that he did. But everybody should keep in the back of their minds that is a celebration of dead babies. And if you guys change a date to the 17th, do you realize that God is really partying by himself on the 14th? Ah, but maybe they're not keeping that day because they're not real Jews and they should, and they feel bad because, they're Babylonians. Maybe that's what it is. They're like, we're perpetrating, but we're not perpetrating that bad. We're not doing it. We're going to party after because we were not actually freed from Egypt. We were forcefully moved from Babylon. We're not there yet, Nikki. They don't know that. Oh, they might know that. They might know that. But if you do not know that, spoiler alert. I But I'm sure you already know that if you're watching this video. You've probably already read the Old Testament before. So it might not be a spoiler. But we are getting to the story of Babylonian way in the future. And I'm convinced Nebuchadnezzar is Chinese or Asian, North Korean, maybe, because he does think he's a god. So maybe North Korean. I don't know. But anyway, wow, I just dropped my. Anyway, thank you for watching. I love you. Have the greatest day ever. Keep your head down, your nose clean, your shoes tied. Learn word magic. Don't get ready. Stay ready. Love you. Bye.